This section of Route 1 stretches from Cambria to Monterey and is one of the most beautiful drives in all of California. This video covers the first 36 miles all the way from Cambria and San Simeon to the beginning of Big Sur. Coming from Southern California, you'll get on Route 1 at Morro Bay and go through Cambria before the scenic part starts right afterward. Shortly after Cambria, the road will pass through San Simeon with many scenic stops along the way. This video will cover the road and stops from San Simeon to Big Sur, and there will also be a second part to cover from Big Sur to Monterey. After exiting some groves surrounding Cambria, the route continues with some scenic coastal views. That takes us to the first stop at San Simeon Beach. This beach is small and rocky, and although it doesn't technically have an official name, it's often called San Simeon Beach because of its close proximity to San Simeon. It's a great place to take a break if you've been driving up from Southern California, and also just a great place to get out and get some nice views and photo opportunities along the beach and coast. Next to the beach, there are some native grasses and wildflowers in bloom in early summer, but the beach is the only accessible area. After taking a quick stop to see the beach at San Simeon, the route continues north along the coast, with some more beautiful coastal views. Driving slightly north of San Simeon will bring you to the second stop at Piedras Blancas Elephant Seal Rookery. The beaches at Piedras Blancas Elephant Seal Rookery are about 7 miles north of San Simeon on Highway 1, and if you come at a peak season of the year for elephant seals, there can be up to 17,000 on the beach. There are many great viewing areas here, including a path over the beach, but you can't go down onto the beach itself. Although early summer isn't a peak season for elephant seals at this beach, adult males do arrive in June to begin their molt, and most leave by August. Some peak times to see seals on this beach include through April to July, which is the molting season, as well as September and October. Young elephant seals are born in late December to January and are mostly ready to depart into the ocean by March and April. Adult male seals will also fight for mating rights from November through January. After checking out the first beach, you can also go across the parking lot to a second beach, which generally has more seals on it. The path passes by some rocky coastline before getting to another beach. The second beach seems to generally have more seals during the molting season and is the best place to see them during the early to midsummer. Even though the mating season is over by early summer, if you look closely out in the distance, you can still see some elephant seals fighting each other in the water. After leaving Piedras Blancas and San Simeon, the route will continue on the coast south of Big Sur. Although there won't be too many more stops for some time, you'll get some great views of California's beautiful Central Coast. There's usually fog on some, if not all, areas of this route, which makes for some beautiful views and photo opportunities as it slowly comes over the mountains. The road quickly begins to gain elevation as it comes to our third stop at Ragged Point. Ragged Point is a high elevation stop on the rugged coastline south of Big Sur. This stop comes to a coastal cliff covered in many Monterey cypress trees as you overlook the ocean, mountains in the distance, and rock formations below. It's a great place for some more good photo opportunities no matter whether you come on a sunny or foggy day. There's also a very short path that leads down to another viewpoint among more Monterey cypress trees from this stop. After Ragged Point, as the road continues north, it begins to gain even more elevation. The road passes through mountains covered in small trees and shrubs as it gains even more elevation over the ocean. The road begins to lose elevation and go downhill after coming over a short bridge, which brings us closer to our next viewpoint, which is Unnamed. This stop is located slightly south of Big Sur and near Alder Peak, but doesn't seem to have an official name. It's a small gravel area above the ocean that gives you some awesome views and photo opportunities of the ocean against a backdrop of mountains, fog, and rocks. After this quick stop, the route passes through a grove of blue gum eucalyptus trees towards the next stop at San Martin Rock Viewpoint. Also located somewhat near Alder Peak and near the beginning of Big Sur, it's not very far from the last stop. San Martin Rock Viewpoint is very close to the official start of Big Sur and is a great area to view the ocean with some wildflowers and pines surrounding you. As the stop is named for, it has a great view of San Martin Rock out in the ocean in the distance. So that's the last stop for part 1 of this video. I'll be back soon for part 2 with Big Sur and many more stops farther north.